Veggies.
Hi, this is Sheldon again, and I just want to welcome you today to view how we propagate tomato plants. Now, I never knew you can propagate tomato plants, but you live and you learn. Okay, you ever had a tomato plant that you really love? You love the type of tomato you have, whether it's beef steak, whether it's cherry tomatoes, or whichever one you had, but you didn't want to get rid of it. You couldn't leave it where it was. It wasn't doing well, and lo and behold, you chop it down. Felt bad after, but you chopped it down. I learned that if you propagate your tomato plants, they will grow in a new environment. And when I say environment, I mean this particular pot here. And in this pot, we have soil, wonderful soil. And let me tell you about this soil. This soil is 50% potting mix, and that is made up of pro mix and vermiculite and perlite and all that stuff. But I also add a bit of topsoil and 25%, right? Because I said a bit, and a bit is 25. So the other 25 is compost manure, and that is the organic side of the plant. Of the soil, sorry. And so this mix here, is really nice for the plant. So today let's talk about the plants. Now, this particular type of tomato plant are cherry tomatoes. As you see, I propagated the tomato plants with the flowers because I wanted to test out how well it would do with the flower. Now, what should I do? Should I just plant this whole thing as is? Should I do that? Now, if I do that, you see the height. Now, for me, this is a little too tall because I'm not going to go all the way to the bottom of the pot. So it's a little too tall for this particular height pot. So I grab my trusty clipper, and I clip. Where do I want to clip? So I measure about here. Okay? So I measure about there, and let's take a hole. I put that in there, I firm up the soil, and voila, you have your tomato plant. Now, there are different types of propagation techniques. This one that I'm using is just a cutting and inserting. Some people leave their tomato plants to get roots. I have found, maybe because of our climate, when you leave the tomato plant in water for too long, the plant itself rots, all right? And we don't get roots, we get rotting. So root versus rotting. If the plant doesn't mind going into the soil the way it is, then simply put it, no problem. Now, how many plants do you put to a pot? This tomato will get big, but you may not have enough pots for all of this, So maybe I'll put one more or two more depending on the size. Let's see, because if you notice, this sort of have three stems. So let's see, which other one I can put. Right, let's grab, come on. Yeah, come in. Okay, it's kind of fighting me. You see what I mean? Look at this. Look at this now. Look at this. Can you see this? That is rotting. That has rotted right there. You see this? So this is not good. This is not good. Even if you clip there, right? And the stem feels good, all right? We can stick it in the soil, see if it does grow. But that is my point. You see? You see how that rotted there? Is that my fault? I don't know. Did I do something wrong? I don't know. So let's stick that guy there as well. And let's take out another guy. See who else we have here. Hey, Mr. Double Joint, how are you? All right, so let's clip this guy here and we stick that guy in there. We don't want to overpopulate the pot. So I think that is good there. That's enough. All right, but I just wanted to point out to you how possible it is to propagate a tomato plant. I never knew that. Maybe you expert farmers and gardeners knew, but I didn't know that. And so I ripped out the whole plant and I threw it away. because it wasn't doing well. It didn't have enough calcium. It didn't have enough, growth. And it wasn't green. It wasn't nice. You had trips eating and liming on the guy, leaf miner, killing the leaves. Look, I throw the thing away. But thank God I found a way to save my plants, and I saved my plants. See all these guys here? I'm going to put them into soil. But today, for today's purpose, I'm just doing this 1/2 a bucket / pot kind of thing, so you can see exactly what I did and how I did it. Now, what I'm saying here now is that you have to ensure the plants are sturdy, because when you wet this and the plants are not sturdy, they will fall, and you don't want your plants falling. So my plants are sturdy. You have to make sure your plants are sturdy, or if you want, call me. I can check you out. We can do a Skype, we can do whatever, and we can, hook up and see, what you're doing right, or what you're doing wrong, or what you need to do. And so we can see so. All right? So we push that aside, and this is the part where I say thanks for viewing. Thanks for looking at the video, liking the video. As always, check us out on Facebook, Caribbean Home Veggies, and we'll share more tips and new things we find with you. So have a good day, and I'll see you soon.